talk, real thought. With Kenny J. Real talk, real thought. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk, Real Thought, and Kenny J. and Real Talk, Real Thought.
Okay, I'm Tiffany Rochelle.
I hope everybody is having a phenomenal start. We're almost at the last month of the first quarter, and I hope you guys are doing absolutely wonderful because we are. Isn't that true? Isn't that right?
Well, I mean, it is definitely for me. That's for me in my house, but we are in the same house.
Yes. We are. We good. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. So I'm going to say hello to the lovers and friends and the Real Talk, Real Thought folks and everybody's respective places.
Come on, I feel like we're doing church right now, giving honor to God.
We are in such a great place or get such a great space. And we wanted to kind of just shed some light on some great things that are happening with this beautiful lady right here.
Like it ain't happening with you too.
Oh, it is, because we are two in the same, two individuals. And I tell you, it's been absolutely such a blessing. And I'm glad it was so many great responses to what they have saw. And we're going to get into a fabulous conversation.
Oh my goodness.
And she's on the other side of this thing. I'm on the other side. So she's in my seat. I'm in her seat. And we're going to just kind of unpack some things. So how are you doing?
I am yet thankful. I am holding on. I am on top of the dirt. And the dirt is not on top of me.
Oh.
So I am holding on. I am feeling good. I am in the land of the living.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
My God. And you look good doing it.
Wait a minute, sir. Don't do that. Flattering gets you everywhere with me. Sorry. Host and interviewee.
It's the energy that she gives, and we're going to get into all of that, and we're just going to have a phenomenal time. We're going to talk about some things that she's working on, some books that she already has in the press. We just kind of going to get nosy. Is there anything off limits that we can talk about or can't? What are we talking about? Take the limits off. Take the limits off. First of all,
first things first.
We saw the Be Me, I'm going to say, campaign.
Did you catch that?
Gave it the laugh. That's the laugh. All right. Tell us where that came from.
The Be Me song?
Just the whole vibe of it. The what does it mean? What is the vibe of it? Why did you want to do it? Why does it have to be now? What was it? Where did it come from?
Why wait another day to be yourself?
Yeah.
So for me, Be Me is just that, and allowing individuals to authentically be who they were created to be. Everybody else is taken. So why not just authentically be who you were created to be? So, I mean, I like you and I love gleaning wisdom from you, and you're a pretty dope dude. Wow. And there's some stuff that I have became better for because I was biting you. You a writer, I'm a biter. Okay.
So we have a whole artist out here in these streets. And trust me, she's somebody that kind of makes everybody understands what it is. And I don't even think it really kind of rested on her shoulders until I was like, you're kind of like an artist right now. Was that something that you intentionally wanted to do? What was it? What are you right now with this song out? What do you really consider yourself at this moment?
At this moment, at this time, I consider myself Tiffany Rochelle.
The artist?
That's the title you love giving me.
Yeah.
But I can't, as arrogant as this sounds, I can't be boxed in. Yeah. You cannot put me as Tiffany, the church girl. You can't put me as Tiffany, the administrator, Tiffany, a property manager, Tiffany, a life coach, Tiffany, a wife, Tiffany, a mother.
Right.
All of those things are me. So you can't really, and now, I mean, I'm a whole artist out here these streets.
How does it really feel? How does it really feel to really? We talked about this, to some level. How does it really feel to kind of go after these dreams that you've had? And how long has the song even been in your head? How long has it been a brainchild of you?
Real nosy.
Yes. Yeah. The people want to know. Come
Whatever.
on, lovers and friends. I'm sure you want to know.
So, fun fact, I have had this song in my spirit for years. And as you and I love to say, you know, we are 4 decades plus.
4 decades plus. But we looked it good though.
We look really good. Okay, hello. But I have had this song in my spirit really seriously, probably I'm going to say for decades. Okay, maybe like a decade, 15 years maybe.
Okay.
Let's just to be safe.
Okay.
So I've always had that kind of like in my spirit. I've always wanted to do it. Singing isn't something that I just really want to do. I am not a songbird by far. Give me a good old choir, or if you're in a storefront church, I don't mind leading praise and worship if it's in a storefront church. But we only gonna do the drive.
Don't go do the drive.
As it's call and response, we go. Hey, Joseph.
That's all it's gonna.
That's all we're doing.
That's all gonna be.
So, I mean, I'm not a singer. I can do background. I can hold a note if you write it down on a piece of paper and put it in my hand.
Yeah.
But I never wanted to be out there trying to be the singer, this big artist or anything like that. But I think the song has been in my spirit for a while. And it's something that I just really want to encourage individuals to authentically be yourself. And sometimes when we put, let me rephrase, for me, as for me in my house, when you put some music to something, it just lives differently for me. So for me, it's like, I always want to encourage individuals to be themselves. Why be somebody else when you're so authentically good at being you? That's a part of the words in the song. Why be somebody else when I can be me?
That's right.
So I'm always encouraging individuals to be themselves. And so I had to put that to a song. And then, of course, you put a great beat to it. Thank you. And so you put a beat to the song and then you give it, and it just makes a nice little anthem. And it gives you, it's like a little mantra. You get a chance to say, why be somebody else when I can be me? Look at yourself in the mirror and why be somebody, man, oh, you are pretty. Wow, you're pretty dope. You're beautiful. You got a good heart. So I start seeing those things about me. And I'm like, I love them. I'm going to be me.
I'm going to be me.
Yeah.
There is somebody out there right now, as we're talking about this, what would be probably one of the most important things that they could do on their journey to discovering themselves authentically? I seen you put a post out earlier where you was talking about being authentically you. Speak to that young lady or that young man and let them know, or give them some insight on what is some things that they could do to really walk into that mindset.
Well, first things first, okay? That means follow me on social media. I'll definitely give you some wonderful tips.
Yeah.
I try to do it on a daily basis. If not daily, I definitely give you something on a weekly basis. Or you can always give me a phone consult and then we can go there a little further into details. But seriously, taking out time for yourself. I say it's like a TIFF method. Get out of your thoughts, get out of your emotions, and get out of your feelings. And so the minute that you're able to get out of those, sometimes when I'm saying get out of them, it's not necessarily just putting them aside, getting them out of you. And so tunneling through those thoughts, tunneling through your emotions, tunneling through your spirit, those feelings, so that you can get to the other side of like, hey, I really like that. My mom wanted me to be a lawyer. I didn't want to be that. But then the minute that I was like, I do kind of like arguing, but I'm like, that's her thing. That's what she wants for me. So the minute that you get a chance to discover you, go through your thoughts, go through your emotions, go through your feelings, and figure out what do you like for yourself. And then you're like, oh, hey, get something to write with, write it down, and then start really honing in on this feels great and appreciating who you're seeing yourself to be, not what others see you to be, but seeing what you see yourself to be.
Absolutely. Great insight. And I'm going to segue this into just understanding that this lady here is a certified life coach, right? I see her consistently putting out messages and positive things out in the world of the social medias, trying to help and aid at your healing. This is an individual that is qualified. I'm going to be honest and transparent. Some of my triumphs in my mental during my season of trying to figure out what those things were were authored by the gift that she has through and by the Spirit of God. And I want to make sure everybody understands that you're healing any and everything you're trying to be triumphant over. Sometimes it's going to take somebody to do it that's out of the box. It may not come through the confines of what you're used to seeing on an every week basis. I'm not getting into that specifically, but I'm sure y'all folks know what I mean. Sometimes you have to go outside and have conversation with someone who has been tested and tried and found some answers in her life. Tell them, help them understand to some degree what that journey was, coming into the knowledge of understanding of the life coach thing. You know, I do this all the time. I mess up.
I'm grateful that you're doing this.
Yeah.
Though.
So that life coach, where did it come from, and how easy or hard was it for you to really kind of walk into that?
Seriously, it's always been in me. I'm a preacher's kid. So always learning how to, or well, at that time it was learning how to. But it's something that I did authentically. Like being a PK, though, you just kind of end up going into it. And you always got to, hey, you know, it'll be all right. Don't worry about it. End up becoming a pastor's wife. And then, of course, I didn't want to be the traditional mean first lady.
Right.
So I tried to do what I can. Don't get me wrong. I didn't cross every T and dot every I.
Right.
But I did what I could at that young age. But I was always trying to mentor somebody. I was always trying to encourage somebody. I'm always a solution-based individual. So I'm always trying to get you to the other side of through. And so for me, that was just something that I've always done. And I was like, well, I kind of do this stuff naturally. I started talking to a few individuals. Hey, have you ever thought about being a life coach? And it just, no, I hadn't thought about being a life coach. Actually, I was trying to do therapy. That was what I really wanted to do. And I was just like, kind of be kind of a cool thing. Had a few conversations and looked up some stuff, Googled it, and I was like, ooh, this is stuff that I naturally do. Why not? So I kind of decided to do what just came naturally for me. I love helping individuals. I love helping people, primarily women. Help guys too, but I just love helping people. I don't think anyone should do life alone. And that's real life. My posture is trying to help people do life and not do it alone. You don't have to wear those heavy weights that you have on you. You know, we bear one another's burden.
Absolutely.
So it's one of those things that I just like doing.
Well, congratulations. And thank you so much for giving the world positivity. Not only is she an artist, that she's not going to admit that in public, but she really admitted to me. She did. Not only is she a part or is the founder of probably one of the greatest podcasts that you can ever come across, which is going to inform you and give you some stuff. Not only is she a wonderful wife, not only is she a wonderful mother, not only is she a wonderful honey, not only is she a wonderful person and a great support system, she has authored, and I'm going to put this plug here, and trust me, there's a whole lot more that she got in the works that we ain't even going in the mix with. So when you get an opportunity, please understand.
You got material.
She has a book says, I Choose Me. And she's going to give somewhat of a little bit of insight on what that is, right? And she's got another book called Gold Digger. Gold Digger. So I know you know what a gold digger is. It ain't quite
gold digger.
Gold. So gold, gold, but she'll know what a gold digger is. And she also, during your process, during all of the things that you do in your triumphs, she has this journey, she has this journal here that you're able to kind of jot down some things with. Probably one of the best things that she could probably ever kind of show me was the journaling. How important is the journaling?
Journaling is extremely important.
Yeah.
Because it gives you an opportunity to get out of your head.
Yeah.
Put some thoughts on a piece of paper or papers. And then as you're getting your feeling, it helps to excavate what's going on in your mind and in your heart. And then as you're putting that down on a piece of paper, you get the opportunity as you grow through it, not just go, but as you grow through it, you get the chance to look back over your life and, you know, like, hey, oh, there's one of my journals. And you can read, man, this is what I was dealing with then. I wonder. And sometimes when you're writing stuff down on a journal, and I'm notorious for this, if I showed you half the journals I have, you'd probably be amazed. But sometimes in the process of writing down certain things, I'm not really speaking to my now, I'm speaking to who I want to be. So in the process of you reading that, it's just like, oh, wow, this is hitting me now. Like, I really appreciate that. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. So sometimes it gives you something that just ministers to you because it's helping cleanse you, but it's also speaking to the now you, who you want to see later on in life. So I love it.
I'm going to tell you that I Choose Me. It's going to be a book you need to get. And Gold Digger is going to give a book. This is something that you need to get. Please make sure you go check them out. Just give us just a small introduction of what those two books is talking about.
Well, the I Choose Me book it's self-explanatory. It's choosing me as a little girl who had some tough decisions that she ended up having to make. She's seen some struggles through her life, and it's like she's always pleased everybody. I've always been a people pleaser, and so she's always kind of pleased everybody in her life. Became a young mom. It tells you that in there too. Became a mom at 15. Became a wife at 15. Had 3 beautiful children. Was divorced by the time I was 22. And I've seen some interesting stuff. If I tell you all of it now, I'm not going to give you a reason to.
Yeah, hold tight. Hold on.
But it tells you a lot of story of me, how I came through it. And it gives you encouraging words in there, how you can matriculate through life as well. And it kind of gives you a jump start to what's going on in Gold Digger. I kind of help you a little bit to set some goals of how, you know, you should do certain things, which is a segue to the second book, which is Gold Digger. I love helping people again on the other side. So it's setting goals that are authentically yours. Not like I said earlier, my mother wanted me to be a lawyer. That's not what I wanted to be. At one point in time, I did want to be a surgical nurse. That's something that I really want to be. But that I did that because I talked to cousins and I heard them. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, so I'm gleaning things from everybody else, but that wasn't what was making me happy. I became an administrator for years. And so I did that for quite a while. But I became an administrator. It was easy to get into, but I came into that. And once I did that, that was a choice that I decided to make for me. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of dope. Stayed in it for a little while, became a property manager. But I'm saying all those things to say, those were choices that I decided to make. So after I got into making decisions, setting some goals for myself, seeing how was I going to attempt to accomplish those goals. I didn't want anybody else to wait decades to be able to get stuff accomplished. So Gold Digger is a workbook. You get a chance to work through it, set goals that are authentically true to you.
Oh, thank you for that. And I'm going to employ everybody. If you become a part of what she's trying to do right now, there is so much or so many more intricate details about each and every one of those books that you are going to want to know what it is. And it's not necessarily to be nosy, but it's actually going to help you get through your issues. It all stems from the experiences that she's had. And at this point, she's got this wonderful song out right now, says to be me. It's all pointing to being authentically you, right? It's being authentically you. So what I want her to do right now is give all of your handles, give everything that they're going to need to know where to get your books from, all of your social media handles and all of that sort of stuff, so everybody could know where they got to reach you at. So let's
Okay,
get
sounds
into
good.
it.
So all my social media handles are the same, clear across the board. It's the People's Cheerleader. So any social media, if we're talking about Instagram, Facebook. No, I'm not on Twitter. Oh, that's X. But Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I think those are the three that I'm primarily on. So that's the People's Cheerleader there. You can check out the show, Hear My Heart.
Yep.
And then I do some inspirational shorts that's on there. That's also the People's Cheerleader. And if you're trying to get in contact with me in regards to becoming a life coach, or if you need a little help, and maybe you might even just need a motivational moment. Maybe we may not be able to be in a long-term connection as far as being a client, but you might need a motivational moment. I have those too. So you're connecting with me on my website at tiffanyrochelle.me. It's all about being me.
All there. I don't know about you. I became a part of the whole situation, so much so that she had to be a part of my entire life. And it has absolutely been a blessing since the day I said, will you? It's still rocking. We're still having a phenomenal time.
Yeah.
And that speaks to something else. And I don't want to kind of prolong the time, but I think it's very important that we have this talk about love. What does love look like for you?
Love looks like a lot of things, and I learned it in a multitude of different ways. But for me, love looks like honesty. Love looks like being open. Love looks like being able to be transparent, and for me to share with you the desires of my heart, what's going on in my heart, being able to have a safe space to tell you my heart and my mind, to tell you ideas and different things that's going on within me, and to feel safe for you to be able to support it, and for you to try to help it work out. That would be as far as my relational love. But as far as like friendship, the phileo love or whatever, that still is the same. I need to be able to be honest. You got to be able to be honest with me. We're not going to always agree with everything, but two opposing views should be able to operate in the same space and no love be lost.
Absolutely. Authentically her. I tell you, authentically her. Please make sure that you follow her on every digital platform known to man. Please go and support the Be Me campaign. I keep saying the Be Me campaign. She's a whole artist over here. She's a whole author over here. She's a whole life coach over here. I ain't going through the whole list of things. Most importantly, she's a wife to me in these streets. And let me tell you something that's been a blessing. Let me tell you. All right. So I want everybody to go check her out, book an appointment, book a session. You will not be disappointed. There's so many things going on in this world. Trust me. Hear me. Right? I think we need people in various spaces, particularly helping us, coach us through life. That's going to help us live better. There are so many things that we can point to on the negative side. Let's think about what we can do to authentically be ourselves, choosing us, digging goals, writing journals, trying to way through life so we could be better and live better positively. That's the most important thing. During this season in our lives, it's going to be very important that we push ourselves in those areas. People like Tiffany Rochelle is going to help us get there, right? Don't become a burden, as the church would say. Support it because it's definitely going to be a gift to you. And I think you're going to enjoy it. So please, if you will, you don't have to like me. You just have to make sure you understand that our passion and what we're doing here is to make sure you get great information to live better in your life. And we have it, and we want you to have the same thing. So is there anything in closing that you want to say to the people?
This was very interesting.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. This is funny and fun.
Absolutely.
Be it on this side.
Yeah, she was nervous. I don't know what.
I was, but you know what's fun fact?
Yeah.
I'm always nervous around you. I really
I'm
am.
blushing. My cheeks are
I
tight.
seriously am always really nervous around you, but I mean, it's a good nervous.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not uncomfortable being myself.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna always be that. But there's just like a level of respect and reverence I have. So I appreciate you keeping that soft side of me.
The soft side. Well, praise our God. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sign off. And please make sure you reach out to this young lady and get everything that she has to offer. And make sure you are blessed by the ministry that she carries in her spirit for the world. It's just not for me. It's very much so for me. But on a bigger scale, when it comes to helping people get to their destiny, trust me, she's going to help you and assist you get there. So look out for her. Look out for the things that Kenny J and Miss Tiffany Rochelle are doing. And trust me, we got a whole lot of things coming up. This is just a snippet and just a little piece of what's happening. If you stay connected, you'll be connected. If you stay connected, you'll be connected.
Is that the artist in you?
I guess it is. I don't know. If you stay connected, you'll be connected. All right. So thank you so much. This is Kenny J, Real Talk, Real Thought, and
I am Tiffany Rochelle of the Hear My Heart Show.
We'll see you next time. God bless y'all. Peace.
There it is. I was going to only one. There's going to be only one. There ain't going to come another after me. Just me. Just me. Just me. Just me.